back in 49, went to Detroit working on assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in the lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured to have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car with at least 100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and the help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gear. I'd never considered myself a thief, but Jim wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, and then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, the bigger stuff we snuck out in my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went alright, till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we reeled it out so it would fit with a little bit of help from an adapter kit. We had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights was another sight. They had two on the left and one on the right, and when we pulled out the switch, all three of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together and we got through. Well, that's when we noticed that we only had one tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubt, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me a first spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed right on down to the main drag, and I could hear people laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, because the top it up, it took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. Oh yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psychobilly Cadillac. Come on. Oh. This is the Cottonmouth, and a negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 66, 1, 62, 63,